Hello learners, in this video I want to consider some calculation examples on viscous drag force. Not only calculation examples, also but other question examples on viscous drag force on Stokes law. So forces, viscous drag force, question examples and calculating examples and calculating example. So I'm going to give you two question examples and just one calculation example on viscous drag force. Question 1 says, explain why a small sphere falling through a liquid a small sphere falling through a liquid in a tip should we say contain or simply say negative eventually moves with constant speed. Eventually moves constant speed. So the constant speed is called terminal. Terminal velocity. Sketch a graph showing how the acceleration of the sphere varies with time. Sketch a graph showing how the acceleration of showing how the acceleration of the sphere varies with time after its release. Varies with time after its release at the surface of the liquid. After its release at the liquid, can go back to the question. Explain why a small sphere falling through a liquid in a tube eventually moves with constant speed, also known as terminal velocity. Sketch a graph showing how the acceleration, showing how the acceleration of the sphere varies with time after its release at the surface of the liquid surface. Right. So I want to explain how the small sphere will eventually reach constant speed or terminal velocity. Also I want to sketch how the acceleration of the sphere varies with time. I want to show how the acceleration of the sphere varies with time after its release at the liquid surface or at the surface of the liquid. So I want to respond to this question. First, I want to explain how it finally reaches constant speed. Then secondly, I want to show the variation of its acceleration with time after its release at the liquid surface. How the acceleration varies with time after its release at the liquid surface. And also how it finally reaches constant velocity. So solution. So consider the free body diagram. This is subject to viscous drag force and weight. This small sphere. These are the two main forces acting on the sphere. So as soon as the sphere is released, there's a net force on the sphere. So there's going to be a net force on the sphere. As soon as this sphere is released, there's going to be a net force. There's going to be a net force on the sphere, right? So this means the sphere initially accelerates, right? So since it accelerates, the velocity increases. Velocity increases with time. Can you see? Since velocity is increasing, by Stokes' law, viscous drag force So I said the sphere initially, from this equation of motion, the sphere initially accelerates. Since it accelerates, the velocity increases with time. Since velocity is increasing by Stokes' law, viscous drag force on the sphere increases. So this viscous drag force increases. Right? So viscous drag force, Fd, this is the viscous drag force, increases until net force is 0. So this viscous drag force increases until net force is 0. Then the sphere falls at terminal velocity. Then the sphere falls at terminal velocity. So it's a sequence of events. From this free body diagram, we deduce the net force on that there's going to be a net force on the sphere. Weight of the sphere minus the sum of viscous drag force and upthrust. Since there's a net force, means the sphere initially undergoes an acceleration. Since the sphere is accelerating, means the velocity increases with time. Since the velocity is increasing with time, it means by Stokes' law, viscous drag force on the sphere increases. According to Stokes' law, the viscous drag force is directly proportional to velocity. So since the velocity is increasing, this viscous drag force continues to increase, while the weight and upthrust are constant. So since the viscous drag force is increasing, it continues to increase until net force is 0 on the sphere. Then the sphere falls at terminal velocity. That is how eventually the sphere reaches terminal velocity or constant speed. Right. Now I want to consider how acceleration of the sphere varies with time. But variation of acceleration with time. So first to consider the variation of velocity with time. So basically velocity varies with time. It means the corresponding graph of variation of acceleration with time would be like this. Initially from there to there, the acceleration will be constant. Then finally, it becomes 0. Then the acceleration becomes 0. Then the acceleration becomes 0. Right? Because the velocity is increasing, then eventually it reaches maximum velocity, constant speed, which is Vt. So at Vt, the acceleration is 0 there. But initially, the acceleration was constant. That is basically the variation of the scale of the variation of acceleration with time. Now moving on to question 2. The viscous drag force on a sphere of radius on a sphere of radius r moving through a fluid with velocity moving velocity v can be expressed as 6 pi meter r v, where meter is the coefficient of viscosity of the fluid. Where meter is the coefficient of viscosity of the fluid. What is the limitation on the use of this expression? What is the limitation on the use of this expression? The question says the viscous drag force on a sphere of radius r moving through a fluid with velocity v can be expressed as 6 pi meter r v, where meter is the coefficient of viscosity of the fluid. What is the limitation on the use of this expression? So meter is the coefficient of viscosity of the fluid meter, r is the radius of the sphere, v is the velocity. So this equation, there are certain conditions under which it is valid. So the limitation on the use of this expression simply means what are the conditions under which this equation is valid. The conditions under which this equation is valid are: 1, the fluid must be of infinite extent, right? Maybe wide in terms of width and depth, it must be of infinite extent. 1. 2, the sphere falling through the fluid medium, it must be falling under streamline conditions. The sphere falling through the fluid medium must be falling under streamline conditions. So I can step down the limitations on the use of this expression. Limitations on the use of this expression. 1, the fluid must be of infinite extent. 2, the sphere falling through the fluid medium must be falling under streamline conditions. Must be falling under streamline, must be falling under streamline conditions. So it must fall at a certain velocity, but if it goes beyond this particular velocity, the flow won't be streamline. It won't be falling under streamline conditions. So the sphere falling through the fluid medium must be falling under streamline conditions, and the fluid must be of infinite extent, perhaps in comparison to this falling sphere. It must be of infinite extent in comparison to the falling sphere. Then our final example 3. Calculate the viscous drag on a drop of oil. Question 3. Calculate the viscous drag on a drop of oil. On a drop of oil of 0.1 millimeter radius. Falling through air. It is terminal velocity. Important data: coefficient of viscosity of air is 1.8 times 10 to the power minus 5 Pascal seconds. Density of oil is 850 kilogram per cubic meter. Density of air 1 kilogram per cubic meter. We've got the coefficient of viscosity of the air, density of oil, density of air. So we want to calculate the viscous drag force. These are the important data that we have. But this, we are told it is falling in this terminal velocity. So it means first of all we should calculate the terminal velocity, then finally calculate the viscous drag force. So take note of this data: density of air, density of oil, and coefficient of viscosity. So how do you go about this question? It's very simple. The viscous drag force is 6 pi meter r VT, but we've got radius r of the drop of oil, right, which is 0.1 millimeter. We've got the coefficient of viscosity of air. 6 pi is a constant, and we want to calculate viscous drag. We have to first of all calculate terminal speed. So terminal speed is 2 g(r) squared. Density of oil falling through the air minus density of air itself, right, over 9 coefficient of viscosity of the air medium, right? So how do you go about this? So it's very simple. So we're going to plug in these values. Simply plug in the values. So it will be 2 times 9.81 times. This is over 9 meters. This will be 2 times 9.81 times 0.1 times 10 to the power minus 3 squared times So your VT, if you calculate very well, your VT should be 1,03 meters per second, right? Then I'm going to substitute 6 pi 6 pi meter is 1,8 times 10 to the power minus 5 times radius, which is 0,1 times 10 to the power minus 3 times terminal velocity of 1,03. So if you substitute your radius or terminal velocity, you should get your viscous drag force as 3,49 times 10 to the power minus 8 newtons. Right? So first of all, you have to calculate the terminal speed using this. So we substituted, right? Minus density of air over 9. Then when we substituted 2 times 9,81 times radius of the oil squared times density of oil minus density of air. 9 times coefficient of source, we got this, right? Then we substituted there, we got this, right? So this was simply 6 times pi times 1,8 times 10 to the power minus 5 times 0,1 times 10 to the power minus 3, right? Times 1,03. So we should get 3,49 times 10 to the power minus 8 newtons. Simple as that, right? So basically, those were the explanation to each of those question examples and calculation exam. So you should be able to recall this formula, but some of them are very difficult to face it. So you should be able to derive this density of the substance, that in this case it was oil minus density falling through the air medium, right? Over 9. So that is how we're applying this equation called terminal velocity. So you should be able to derive the equation of this type so that you are able to apply it whenever it is needed. So in our next video, I'm going to give you a small exercise on viscous drag force.